Shalom. First off, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchar Kodash, that belongs to the apostles and elders of Jim, Master teach us his word, and Shalom to the hopeful elect upon the four corners of this earth that's trying to make it up out of here in truth and in sincerity. So, this lesson I want to bring out is going to be talking about, I want to say not having that Esau effect. And that Esau effect is having that pride in yourself, because in this lesson I wanted to say to stay humble, which is something that you're supposed to do, but there is a certain type of confidence that you can't have in yourself, but with that confidence you aren't supposed to go flaunting it. You aren't supposed to go showing people that confidence for vainglory, as in when it comes to this truth, because what does the scripture say? It says pride goeth before destruction, but that pride is different than that confidence, because that confidence is, for example, you and a brother are about to do a lesson, and that brother has you on the duty of bringing out precepts. Then show your confidence and your ability to bring out precepts. Bring out hey, if you think you could bring out bangers, then bring out bangers. Being humble doesn't mean, oh, I need to be humble, so I shouldn't bring out that many precepts. I should back off. Or for example, brothers is feeding each other, and a brother asks you if you're hungry, and you hungry, but you're like, oh no, I ain't hungry, because you want to be humble. Nah, man. Hey, that's a time to speak up and say that you're hungry, man. So let's get Philippians 2 and verse 3. It says, "Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves." And that's the key with it right there. It says, don't let it be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind. Because while, hey, you may be able to bring out bangers, you may be able to bring out precepts, but don't be like, yeah, I'm cold, that's me. That's the Most High giving you that ability, so you still do that in lowliness of mind. It says, let each esteem other better than themselves. So hey, you ain't supposed to come and say, hey, I'm and again, it's a time and a place for this, because brothers joke around, or brothers may be playing the game or something, and they're like, hey man, I can be all y'all. That's nature. That's just the nature of Jake. But the time when you're supposed to abase yourself, because if you don't abase yourself in those times, then the Most High is going to abase you. Verse 4 says, look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. So you paying so much attention to yourself that you're not even noticing something that another brother got. You paying so much attention to your own ability, so much attention to what you're wearing, so much attention to what you're doing, that a brother may be doing something fire and you ain't even pointing it out because you too focused on yourself. That's what I mean when there's a time and place to have that righteous confidence. Here's Philippians 4 and 12. It says, I know both how to be abased, and I know how to be abound. And I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. So again, there's a time and a place, because there are moments where you can abound. Let's get the definition of that word abound for further edification. That word abound is Strong's G 4052. The pronunciation perisu. Here, I'm gonna just go ahead and play it. I don't even want to butcher it too much.
Strong's G 4052. Perisuo.
Yes, perisuo, and it says to exceed a fixed number of measure, to be left over and above a certain number or measure. Here, let's go ahead and look for the definition that applies. So yeah, like right here, it says to abound, overflow, to be abundantly furnished with, to have in abundance, abound in a thing, to be in affluence, to be preeminent, to excel more than, exceed, to make, to abound, to furnish one richly so that he has abundance, to make abundant or excellence. And it says right here, abounding is used of a flower going from a bud to full bloom. So that's showing that it's okay to abound sometimes. Now, is it always okay to abound? No, because it says that that's overflowing, that's flooding, that's filling up higher than you're supposed to be filled, and you're not. That's not always how that's supposed to be. So it says, but it says that sometimes, like it has that definition at the end. That's a flower going from a bud to a full bloom. You know, so it's okay to abound sometimes. A situation where it may be okay to abound. If you do something cold and people are esteeming you because of that, sometimes it's okay to take that to take that abounding, because hey, you deserve your credit, you know. But it says that you also know how to abase. You know how to give other people their credit as well. It's all about knowing that time and place, you know. It says in everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. And it is not there's not a manual that's going to tell you when you're supposed to abound and when you're supposed to abase. It's going off of the spirit as well. You're supposed to filter things through the spirit. You're supposed to use the spirit. Whatever the spirit's telling you in that moment, you know, hey, you sometimes you have to sit back and think, is this the time for this? Is this the time for that? And let the spirit speak with you. The spirit is going to speak expressively. So, hey, using that spirit is the key to it. But let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. It says, to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So it says there's a purpose and a season for everything. Even being abased, because sometimes you may be abased over something that it was the time and season for you to abound. So it's all about knowing the balance, and it's all about knowing the time for those type of things. And sometimes it's hard to figure out, but again, it's going off of that spirit. It's going off of that spirit that's going to give you the key on when it's time for each thing. And you'll be in a situation where sometimes it's time to abound, and sometimes it's time to abase, and you're gonna know when that time is. Again, you gotta go off of the spirit. The spirit is gonna guide you in the way that you should go, man. So, hey, with that being said, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Mukhar Kodash. With that being said, hey, shalom.